Hey everybody, so this is an abs class that I did on my live platform. So grab a mat, grab some light hand weights, and put on your favorite playlist. Ground and root those hips into your mat and let's get warmed up. Exhale to roll the body back. Make sure you're controlling yourself as you go all the way back. Use your abs to bring you back up and really reach here. Reach, reach, reach. You want to stretch. Really try to stretch past your limits. Each time we go into any move that involves stretching, we want to work the body, warm the body up here, being intentional during this entire practice or during this workout. All right, now, so we're going to reposition ourselves on the mat. Extend those legs up, point the toes, elongating the legs. You want to tuck your pelvis backwards. You want to make sure that low back is grounded and rooted into the mat. So here you want to tuck and then just lift the arms up. And we are still warming up and we are just lowering and lifting the leg with the pointed toe. And so the further down you go towards the ground, the more work this will be for your abs. So just again, as always, make sure you listen to your body, but you want to keep that core still. You don't want the core to be rocking and rolling. You want to fully engage that core as you're moving the legs. So let's bring our knees into chest, and we are going to add on here in just a second. Now, doing the same thing here, let's bring the shoulder blades up off the mat. That's our add-on. And we're going to drop the leg, pointing the toe again. So the add-on is that we're doing the lower and the upper abs by bringing those shoulder blades up off of the mat. So still kind of warming up here, but we are still in control of the move. As you can see, I have sped it up a little bit, but my core is still glued to the mat. So knees into chest. So another way you can do the scissor move is by bringing those hands just under the glutes to support the low back and bring the shoulders up off the mat again. So this will help support the low back, but we still want to be in full control of the move, and we also want to be pointing the toes and engaging with the entire body. All right, so after you grab a drink or two and get your mind right, let's go ahead and get into the actual workout. So what we're going to do here is grab light weights or no weights. I'm going to start the first set without weights, and we're simply tucking center and then extend the arms out. So both hands go center and between the legs, and then they go to the outside of the legs. Low back is glued to the mat, and the shoulder blades are coming up off of the mat. Grabbing a set of light dumbbells or no dumbbells at all. Coming back onto the back, tucking your pelvis up. Everything is glued into the mat. We're going to tuck those weights to the right, and then we are going to make sure we keep our weights together as well. So I'm just showing you the position of the weights, and we're going to tuck the weights right and then left, rocking right and left, right and left. Extend those arms as well. You can always drop the weights if you need a rest. Next move, bring those weights back together directly above you, as you can see here, and then we are extending the weights behind the head. So tuck and then tuck the weights in between. So you're bringing them overhead and then you're bringing them in between the legs and you're doing a crunch. So again, that core is super tight. We're super engaged here. Extend the arms above the head with the weights. Careful here so that you don't injure yourself. And then be careful that you are in control. As you can see, I'm slowly lifting and slowly lowering. This is important, in my opinion, for making sure we stay fully engaged as well as we just remain safe, right? So tuck, extend overhead. You got this. Keep going. Stay with me. All right, so massaging out the low back so that we can move on to the next move. We are going to rock and roll the body up and then find yourself on your right side, stacking the hips as you see here, stacking the hips. You're going to support yourself on your right arm. That left arm is going to tuck up with you. Both legs will come in with you. So get the positioning right and then go ahead and move into the move. But definitely something that you have to think about. Make sure the body is all in one accord and make sure you are being intentional with the move. As you see here, I'm doing the move with a little bit of speed, but I'm fully intentional, so it's not sloppy. So keep it tight is what I'm trying to say. Keep it tight and don't stop. Take a rest if you need to, but then just come on back into the move. Right away, we're going to go on to the other side. So position yourself on the other side, hips stacked, and then notice the difference between the sides. Now this side is a little less graceful for me, as you can see, but I'm keeping this in the video just to show that nobody's perfect, right? So it's all about finding the positioning, finding what works and where you can feel yourself really working and challenging yourself and keeping it going. All right. Now, on the fleshy powder of your glutes, we're going to hinge back right here with our weights, and we are going to tug right, and we're going to tug left. We're going to tug right, and we're going to tug left. Really simple here. You can do this with or without weights. I dropped my weights because it was becoming a little bit difficult for me, and I felt like my form was suffering. So whenever you feel like your form is suffering and you cannot do your best work and you have weights, go ahead and drop the weights. There's no shame in that, okay? Now from here, we're going to go ahead and fold forward, fold over, release that low back, release any tension we might have built up there. And then next we're going to go into a good old-fashioned sit-up. So sitting up nice and tall, but then of course with that sit-up, you want to what? Control yourself down. I better not see anybody plopping down doing a sit-up. That is just, you're going to knock the wind out of you, number one. And number two, bad form. Number three, there's no work in that, okay? So making sure you are working your abs by slowly releasing down and slowly coming back up, okay? All right, coming back to the side, coming back to that side body. So, stacking the hips, stacking the knees. You want that arm to support you here. That arm is in the corner of the left side, the top left side of the mat. And instead of coming all the way down, all the way up though, this is a little micro move. So we're going to bring those knees to um, toes pointed, and those knees will be stacked as well. And here we're just tucking and tucking. Micro move, but at rep number 10, it will start to, you should start to be able to really feel it, right? And then we're also going to hold and pulse here. Here we go. Pulse, pulse. Keep the hips up. Little move, lot of burn. Don't stop. And you guessed it, honey. We got to do the other side. We got to do the other side. And remember what I said in the last time? I want you to see which side you are performing the move better. You know, this is my janky side, so I'm not going to judge myself though and not do the move and stop the class and not upload the video, right? I'm just going to show you how it's done, how you just keep going, and then of course we have to do that tuck. Whatever we did to one side, we got to do to the other. And oh baby, sometimes I'm nice. I'm going to give you a child's pose here. Great work, great work. You should be really proud of yourself. Take a quick rest and reposition yourself because we're going to do some planking. So planks are amazing for the full body, and so that's why I really love planks so much, because they are just so beneficial. So what we're going to do is come to a forearm plank, and then we are going to drop those knees, drop those knees, drop those knees. Drop, drop, in control, drop, drop, in control. You could always just hold a full plank if this is not right for you. But as you could see while I was doing the move, you all, my core stayed straight. So that's the purpose of this, is to make sure you are being intentional with the move and you are working the proper muscle groups. So coming into a full plank, and we're going to come to a T rotation. Oh, Shakira, I can't do this. Okay, that's fine. Just stay in a full plank if you cannot do the T rotation, okay? So here we go. Rotating and rotating. Okay, so at this point in class, one of the participants was saying that she cannot do a push-up because we were about to do push-ups here. If you cannot do a push-up, your alternative is just holding a plank, right, just like this. Just hold that plank in full plank or on the knees like so. But what we're going to be doing here is push-ups. We're going to hug those elbows in and we're going to slowly take it down. Now you could always stop mid push-up like so. Like if you're not able to do a full push-up, bringing your chest all the way down to the mat, which don't get it twisted, like these are not the most fun things for me to do. So that it means what? That I actually should do them more. So we're pausing here and then go ahead and release and come to a child's pose. So just one set of those, and then we are going to move on. So moving quickly, let's come back to the mat and do some bicycles. Extend your legs as you go right and left. And we're doing this with a little bit of speed, like we got somewhere to go. Connect your elbow and your knee. And rock and roll out the low back. So we can move on. We're going to be doing tucks with or hip lifts, lifting the hips rather. Lift and tuck. Lift and tuck. That's it. And as the bottom comes down, you're in full control here. So it felt better to me to kind of bring my arms up, and I also wanted to show just the lift here. And that's all we're doing. You can do it. We're almost done. All right, so let's burn it out. Let us burn it out. We are almost done. Make sure you register to join my live classes. Link will be in the bio. Bottoms of the feet will connect. We're going to tuck and tuck and tuck, tuck. Good. Right and then left. Staying center though. Right and then left. We tuck to the end. Stay with me. And you know what it is. Bring those knees in, rock and roll to massage out the low back and then extend the legs. We're going back to our scissors. Extending, reaching with those fingertips. Our best version. This is going to be it. And then bring those arms behind the head if you need to, if you need just a little support here. Let's keep the chin off of the chest. Let's keep the integrity through the move. Just a few more. We're almost done. And I'm certainly going to encourage you to do this video a few times a week. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.